Om Sadashivasamārambhāṁ Shankaracharya-madhyamāṁ Asmadacharya-paryantām Vande Guru-paramparaṁ. So we saw the first three verses of the sixth chapter. Any questions, clarifications before we go ahead? Or it's all clear? Because he's made a very interesting point, that attitude-wise, Karma Yoga and Sannyasa are not very different. Karma Yoga is, you do the action, result is prasada. For a sannyasi, everything is prasada. Because where is action on the sannyasi's part except basic things? Go for food, this, that. Other than that, he doesn't have a career, doesn't have a job. He's not trying to achieve something in the society. So, yadricha labha santushtaha, we say. Whatever comes by fate. But the prasada buddhi fact is common. One is got a bit more. The base is there in Karma Yoga. That's why he also said, Arurukshaho munihi karma karana uchyate. If you want to get into that yoga, then karma is a karana. Because you can't say, I have prasada buddhi, we are doing nothing. Only if you try for something, and then something that's important for you, then at that time you'll have to say prasada buddhi. See, nobody wants failure. Who wants failure? Nobody wants failure. You all work for success. But when failure comes, are you willing to accept it? Not resign yourself to it. Not say what cannot be cured should be endured. Not this type of thinking. Lord's will, I accept it. Fine. That type of thinking. If you have that, then that can be cultivated only through action, through doing things in society. Therefore, karma karanam uchyate. Yoga rudasya. I already have cultivated that attitude, etc. I am fine with it. Then kshama karanam uchyate. Kshama is sannyasa. There. In the contextually, if you are looking at the meaning, then okay, you've been there, done that, you got prasada buddhi, responsibilities are over, priorities are over. Abhi baki kya hai? What is left in life? Best retirement plan in the world. Sannyasa. Pursuit of truth to the exclusion of everything else. By all that you had included into your life, you are taken care of now. Everything is taken care of. But what is taken care of is also open to question. Always tell the story at this point. There was a Sethji, olden days, okay? Very rich man. So he called his Munimji and said, Munimji, tell me what I am worth. Tell me what I am worth. Those days, everything was not on a software program. So he said, Sethji, give me 2 weeks. आपका कारोबार इतना विस्तार है, your business is spread out so wide, so I will take 2 weeks to give you an accurate picture of what you are worth. कोई बात नहीं. So Sethji was fine with it. The Munimji went, he drew in all the accounts, this, that, etc. And then after 2 weeks he comes back to the Sethji and says, Sethji, befikar rahiyo. Don't have a care in the world. Why? 7 peedhi baith ke khayenge. 7 generations. There is enough for 7 generations even if they don't work. अच्छा. फिर अगला अमावस्या के बाद प्रतिपाद को नया बिजनेस चालू करेगा. स्टार्ट ए न्यू बिजनेस. सिद्धि किसके लिए? 8वां पीढ़ी क्या करेगा? What will the 8th generation do? So taking care of responsibilities, there is a limit to the whole thing. Limit. Yeah. How much? So in Hindi, sometimes this North Indian dohas, I'm sure there are there in every language. Some nice dohas. Putta suputo hai to kadana sanchay. If your son, your children, they're good kids, why are you gathering wealth for them? They're capable kids, they'll make their own wealth. Putto kuputa hai to kadana sanchay. If he's a useless wastrel, why are you gathering money? He's going to waste all of it anyway. So either way, don't bother about it. There is some folk wisdom in it, okay? Though it is true, all of us would love to leave a legacy for our children. If nothing, at least as the apartment that we are staying in, etc., etc. It's all good. The thing is, are you going to lose yourself in that? Or are you going to take care of your spiritual pursuits? What is the limit? Like one of my friend's mother, she had 4 daughters. Okay, and she was hoping that all of them will get married, settle down and things like that. Okay. And she would tell them very clearly, see, I brought you all up. It is your job to bring up your children. If you need a helping hand from me, I'll give you a helping hand. But whose responsibility it is? Whose accountability it is? Yours, because they are your kids. Helping hand I'll always give. I'm the grandmother after all. I'll enjoy that. I'll give you a helping hand. Yeah. But bringing up is your job. I thought that was very sensible for that lady to do. Okay. The eldest daughter was my roughly same age. Okay. Very sensible of that generation lady to say that. Okay. Because those generation ladies will get knowledge, children, grandchildren, great grandchildren, and it will go on. There is no end to it. Very stable lady. Yeah, very stable. Yeah. No more now. She moved on some time back, few years back. But that is the thing. So that is why he is saying, you are already a yoga ruda. Abhi kya baat hai? What next? You're a Garuda, you've done it. So the society, dharma, work, your karma, all that has made you what you are. Ye yoga ruda. What's left? Moksha, here I come. Okay. The Shamakarna Uchyate. Alright. After having said that, let us go ahead. Okay. Any questions, clarifications, or fine? Okay. Then he says, Yada hi na indriyarteshu na karmasu anusajjate sarva sankalpa sannyasihi yoga rudastada uchyate. Alright, how do I know I am a yoga ruda? How do I know I am a yoga ruda? He gives you a hint about it. Okay. So various things you can say. He puts it in this manner. Yada hi na indriyarteshu. When towards the objects of the sense organs. Indriyasya artaha. Indriyarteshu. The objects of the sense organs. Meaning the good things in life. Karmasu. And karma. Sometimes you don't want to think, but you want to keep active, you want to do this, you want to do that, you have not learned the art of being quiet. Okay? And karma. Na anushajjate. Okay? They don't have a pull. They are not pulling you. Neither the good things in life, nor the very activity. Okay? And the very activity itself, it is not drawing you. If it is there, you will enjoy it. Nobody is saying. If you have to do something, you will do it happily. The good thing that you have. Like today, I am definitely not going to take meditation. You know why? Today was one of my trustees' 60th birthday. So we all had nice lunch there. Enjoy all the good things in life. Okay. So what will happen if I try to have a meditation class now? Whether you are in meditation or not, I will go into deep yoga nidra. So when it is there, you can enjoy it, not a problem. But it is not pulling you. It's not pulling you. अरे आज मजा आएगा, कल क्या खाएगा, कल मत खाओ. Too much of food. What about dinner? Dinner nothing. Some fruit or something take. That's enough. बहुत खाया. So it is not pulling you. अरे यार, I'm sitting quietly for 1 week, not done anything. I need a project to handle. Haven't you seen people like that? They can't sit down. It is not that they have to achieve anything. They have been there, done that. But do you want to be in the thick of life? You're holding on to things that you are supposed to now let go. You are supposed to let go. But nowadays they talk of second career after retirement. After 60, what is your next career? All right, do some consultancy, be productive. Do some consultancy or something like that. Or if somebody is offering you, for your experience and wisdom to share that, somebody is offering you a role as an independent director, take it up, okay. Because that is not that time demanding. Okay? Yeah. It's good to keep in touch with what's happening. Not more than that. Not more than that. Then what will I do with my time? There's so much of learning and moksha to achieve. The greatest achievement of them all is awaiting. Therefore, when these two things are not pulling you aside, he says, Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi. Sankalpa is your intention. All of us have an overt intention or a covert intention. This has to be done, that has to be. Intention is always towards achieving something or some action or something. Or a desire to fulfilling something, that intention. Sankalpa Sannyasi, given up. Why? Been there, done that. Been there, done that. You have grown. It has given you everything that you need to do. Now what? You are financially stable. Responsibilities have been taken care of. Children have been well settled. You are in a nice state. Priorities all fulfilled. The pull of desire is not there. The pull of activity is not there. Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi. Yoga Rudaha iti uchyate. Such a person is Yoga Rudaha. If your work and life can get you here, you are a privileged person. If your life and work can get you up to here, you are a privileged person. Well, you are calm, peaceful. You have wisdom to share when people ask you for it. There is no pressure to keep talking and sharing. That is karma svanashajyate. You are in a great position in life. Then what? Moksha, that's it. You are a yoga ruda already. Living a healthy life, a clean life, can get you here. A dharmic life can get you here. If there is some Ishvara Jnanam in your life. You are yoga ruda, all right. My commanding officer who walked into my class, he was like that. Yeah. A life of service to the nation. And then what is left then? Only a spiritual goal is left, nothing else is left. So at what age do you achieve it? Yeah, Yoga Ruda can be someone who is ready for Vanaprastha, can indicate someone ready for Sannyasa also. Because Vanaprastha is generally used as a transition time. Because people are so used to running around and doing things, that's slowing down time. Some upasana, etc. slowing down. But for people who have been studying Vedanta right through, even when they have been living a life of Karma Yoga, full-time pursuit. You may not take up sannyasa, that's a different thing. But he says, this is the time for you. You may choose a different lifestyle. That's your choice. Okay? Your preference, what lifestyle you prefer. But this has to be there. That my pursuit is one of moksha, lifestyle may be different. Okay. I'm a very social being. I like being surrounded by family and friends. Don't worry. As sannyasa also, you'll be surrounded by a lot of people. So I've broken some of those paradigms, Otherwise, like, today's lunch would have been what? Samji, sit here. We will get you a plate. And then I'll feel like I'm in a zoo because everyone is standing around waiting for me to eat. What are you? In a zoo or what? So those things I have broken and I'll eat with everyone else. That's okay. That is up to you to do it. Okay. Yeah. And some people prefer that. I know one champion, Guru Bhai of mine. He loves that. So I keep teasing him. You love to be a monkey in a zoo. Know what to do. And some people are feeding you and others are watching you being fed. क्या ऐसा बात करता है, ये तो अपना परंपरा है, जरा रेवा दे. Yeah. Don't talk to me about parampara. Our parampara was going for bhiksha. So the idea is that if you want to know when you are a yoga roda, here it is. Okay, having said that much, you are a yoga roda. Arudaha on yoga. You have mounted the horse of yoga. Literally, that's what it is. It means the horse of yoga. You are mounted well. You are a good rider. Can a good rider slip off once in a while? The most experts of riders can be thrown. Okay? It can happen. So, just because you slip up once in a way doesn't mean you are not yoga roda. Okay? It is like we have been walking for the last 40, 50 years. But once in a way you can stumble. No? Does that mean you don't know how to walk? You don't even know how to walk. What is this? You don't say that. No? He just stumbled because he's walking. He stumbled. That's it. Hota happens.
Yes.
So, don't be harsh in your own self-judgments, okay? Don't be harsh in your own self-judgments, whether you are yoga roda or not. Then he makes a very important point. In fact, this was my trigger point for developing some of my self-esteem workshops and things like that. They use a lot of other books also, but this was a trigger point. In the next verse he says, because I said don't be too harsh in your criticism, right? Of yourself. Here. Uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet atmaihi atmanai bandhuhu atmaiva rapuratmanaha. Uddhared atmanatmanam urdhum hared. Lift yourself. Okay. Lift yourself. Atmana atmanam. Lift yourself by yourself, he says. Na atmanam avasadayet. Don't look down upon yourself, he says. You may make a mistake, you may make a blunder. Don't be too harsh in your self-criticism. I always use this example. Your friend fails in a project. I'm giving you two choices what to tell him. You're a stupid idiot here. How could you do this? Or it's a mistake here. It can happen to anyone. Sure, you'll do it well next time. What did you tell your friend? First or second? Second. If you fail in a project, what do you tell yourself? For 90% of the people, it is the first one. And when I ask why, they all have a reason. Why? Because I want to be extra tough with myself. Why? Only then I'll become successful. But you don't want your friend to be successful then? You don't care enough for his success? This is just because we are brought up. Yeah, Shalini, you have a question? Okay.
Swamiji, I think we are being a little polite with a person, with someone outside, and then when we are with ourselves, we are like, okay, this is how you are, or whatever.
Exactly. So be polite to ourselves also. Treat yourself with the same kindness you will treat a friend. It's important. Yeah. Of course, that doesn't mean I make a mistake, I say let it be. And you may make the same mistake again, and you tell it, oh, it's okay, let it be. No. You need a certain correction happening, a certain structuring happening. It may be an interesting idea at this point for all of you to go onto my website, vedicwisdom.in. There are about 7-8 workshops that I have devised just to build up your self-esteem. Starting with what type of messages you received in your childhood from your parental figures, what type of messages you received. Important to keep that. Some of us were brought up in a very, very critical fashion, or some of us were brought up in very smothering fashion. A smothering message looks loving, but it undercuts your efficiency. It undercuts, it looks loving. Like telling a grown-up young girl who's planning a great career for herself, etc., she's ambitious. इतना पढ़ के क्या करेगा बेटी? क्यों इतना मगजमारी करता है? अब तो शादी करके घर संभालेगी ना. Don't struggle so much. Enjoy your life. You're a beautiful girl. You'll get married to a nice guy who will take care of you very well. It all sounds nice. Sounds loving. It's not loving. It's undercutting your efficiency. You are capable of much more. Now, if you want to be a housewife, fine. Say, I want to be a housewife. That's it. I want to be a homemaker. I don't want to be anything. But then make it a conscious, positive choice. So, who said you can't be educated and make a good housewife? So, these steps, smothering messages, critical messages, structuring messages, nurturing messages. We have received all these type of messages in our childhood. What to focus on, what not to focus on. So the workshop starts with that actually. Your childhood messages, this, that. Living with self-awareness, with a sense of self-responsibility. I made them very secular because I use it across the board to my youth group, etc., where there are Muslim and Christian kids sitting also. So I don't want to bring into religion into it. The same thing I can do, giving a lot of quotes from the Gita and things like that also. Yeah. But maybe it's a good idea to have a look at them so you will know what exactly is meant by Urdhvam Haret, Uddharet. Urdhvam Haret, lift yourself up. Na Atmanam Avasade, don't look down upon yourself. That's why look at the way Krishna is addressing Arjuna. Bharata Rishabha. Okay. All nice, very positive names, no? Not oh you sinners. It's not oh you sinners. Yeah. Good. Nice. Okay. Then he says, Atmeva hi Atmanaha Bandhuhu. Bandhu is a well-wisher. You have to be your own well-wisher, he says. Atmeva Rupuratmanaha. You can be inimical to yourself. Every time you put yourself down harshly, every time you are overtly self-critical, every time you condemn yourself, you are being inimical to yourself. Every time you treat yourself lovingly, every time when you make a mistake and you understand, you restructure it so that you understood the mistake and learn to grow from it. You are building up your self-esteem. Any action of self-nurturance helps build up self-esteem. Now there are some things which look nurturing but actually are smothering. You receive some bad news, something, you are feeling low. Okay? Then you go to the fridge and open the fridge. Array, there's Yesterday someone sent over a nice 2-pound chocolate cake. Half of it was eaten by everyone, half remaining. Chalo yaar, baith ke kha lo. Now I feel very happy about myself. 1-pound cake you have eaten. Is that a nurturing message? Is that a message of self-care? Then what is it? It's a smothering message. It looks loving, but it undercuts your health. Go talk to a friend, listen to some good music, listen to some inspirational talk. That will take care. Take care of your diet, take care of your exercising, take care of rest. All these are nurturing messages you give yourself. So like this, learn what to focus on in life. So go to the website, you find detailed, lot of stuff you'll find. VedicWisdom.in. All those workshops are meant for building up your self-esteem. How does it feel when in anger you lose control? You're human, you'll get angry. Of course you'll get angry. But losing control, how do you feel? You feel good about yourself at the end of it. So learn to manage your emotions. Learn to handle that anger. Channelize that anger. All that is part of that workshops. Okay. So have a look into it. Okay. Atmaiva Atmanaha Bandhuhu. Atmaiva Rupur Atmanaha. You can be your friend and you can be your enemy. Both is there. Okay. An unfettered, unmastered mind is your enemy. A mastered mind is your friend. Anything in life is like that. If you are mastering it, it's your friend. If it is mastering you, it becomes inimical. Hey, we tell our children now we should have ambition, drive. Correct. So you should have the drive or you should be driven. What is it? You having the drive is a sign of a master. You being driven is a sign of a slave or a buffalo. Worse. So this fine-tuning balance. Dhared atmanatmanam natmanam avsadayat. Spirituality is not about saying, oh no, I am nothing, you are everything, Baba. You have this wrong ideas of spirituality. And what am I trying to teach? You are Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman, the basis for the creation, and you are saying I am nothing. So all my teaching will come filtered through I am nothing. How much do you expect it to work? And Swamiji, in Bhakti, Dasa Bhavam is there. Dasa Bhavam is very different from saying I am nothing. The greatest of Dasas for Rama was who? Hanumanji. Did he say I am nothing? He didn't say I am nothing. So you have to reach Rama, you have to go through me. Yeah. You have to go through me first. I am standing like a wall in front of him. That's not the statement of a man who says I am nothing. Yeah. That's a person very well aware. Yes, he was under a curse. Therefore, he was not aware of the full might that he was capable of. Until Jambavan reminds him. He was under a curse because as a kid he was aware of it. And aware of his power, etc. He was creating havoc with in the society. Markata is bad enough. Markata child. What do you expect? And Markata child is so powerful. So there's a curse always. Until you're reminded, you won't understand your full powers. So there on a sandy beach, on a sunny morning, Jambavan tells them, Vayu Putra, you are the one to do it. Understand your power, rise above it. And immediately the whole transformation happens. Udhared Atmanatmanam Natmanam Avasadit. Atmanam Avasadit. So you don't think I am nothing. Yes, but one of the pillars I have put there of self-esteem is have an altar of surrender. You may think you are the greatest. You may be the greatest also. But where do you bow your head down? Have an altar of surrender. That will keep everything in balance. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the greatest that there is. But in front of the Lord, I bow down. Beautiful. That surrender has some value. I'm nothing and I'm surrendering to the. What value does it have? It's like a bigger thing, मैं सब त्याग दिया. Or a sannyasi who was in a working position, good position, say, I've given up for the spiritual pursuit. That has some value. Yeah, that has some value. So same way here. Okay. If there is strength, surrender has a meaning. If there is no strength, surrender has got no meaning. Yeah. That's not surrender. That is discovering your helplessness. Acknowledgement of your helplessness, that's all. Okay, therefore, Natmanam Avsadhi. Then he is clarifying that a bit further. बंधुरात्मानस्च येन आत्मैवात्मना जितः अनात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तते आत्मैव शत्रुवत्. For one who has mastered oneself, okay, bandhu atmaiva atmanastha, your mind is mastered by you. Okay, your mind has been mastered by you. He says yena atmaiva atmanaha jitaha. One is won over the mind. What is winning over the mind? Simple. Your mind does what you tell it. You don't have to do what your mind tells you. Simple. Then you won't come and say, क्या समझिए मूड नहीं है आज. What mood? Mood is mind. Hey, shut up. This has to be done. Don't you no mood for exercise? Why? Why no mood for exercise? This week 4 days I have trained, I have done weight training. हाँ बराबर है, बहुत हो गया. आज क्या करेगा फिर? Go for a walk and come back. That you can do. Okay. Weight training 4 days a week, बहुत हो गया. Go for a walk and come back. Do some flexibility, stretching, etc. The muscles are too stiff with 4 days of weight training. So you can choose that way. But there is nothing like mood. If you have mastered your mind, what mood? Tell your mind, shut up, do it. And the mind says, yes sir. Yeah. That is mastery of the mind. You won't say things like, क्या करूँ, control नहीं हो पाता है. There's an advertisement like that. For some, Lays. I don't know. Huh?
Lays or something.
Something, yeah. Lays was, nobody can eat just one. Who said nobody can eat just one? All these ads are unmastered mind. But they don't want you to have a disciplined life. A disciplined life means they are not selling Lays. All that billionaire shops will go out of business. $1 billion business selling chuda and save and bhujiyas? $1 billion business. What is this? The guy will eat that, all that stuff, without bothering what's gone into that. He'll drink Coke, which is as good as a good detergent, without a thought in the world. He'll eat pani puri on the street. When the doctor prescribes an antibiotic, he'll say, "Iska side effect nahi hoga." There is all concerned. What about this junk that you put into your stuff? Hey, if you want to eat chips, eat chips. By the way, tomorrow morning at breakfast there will be some chips also, okay? All fast food items will be there tomorrow. That you can, because tomorrow is Ekadashi. What you can eat on Ekadashi, only those things will be there. But the question is not control nahi ho pata hai, I can't control, nobody can eat, all that is gone out of. You are in charge, you decide how much to eat, how much not to eat. How much to eat, how much not to eat, you are in charge, you decide. How much your mind should be doing anything. Hey, I want to watch that serial. Please watch. It's a good serial, it's a topic that interests you. Go and watch it. Who's saying no to that? But are you helplessly addicted to it? Okay, 10 years back it was addiction to TV. Now what is the new addiction? This is the new addiction now. Keep scrolling down and that. Yeah. You are in charge. If you want to see something, please see. You want to see what your friends have posted on Facebook, please see that. But don't make it a helpless thing. That helplessness with respect to that is what shows that you are the slave, not the master. Okay. Atmanastu, anatmastu, shatrutve vartate atmaeva shatruvat. When an unmastered mind can behave very, very inimical to yourself. Haven't you seen people diabetic patients hogging on sweets? But hey, you're diabetic. Don't talk about diabetes to me now. Let me enjoy this. After that, I will see. I will take extra insulin today. Hey, I'm not saying a diabetic patient cannot have a sweet. Have a little bit. But this is destructive behavior, self-destructive behavior. High cholesterol patients eating bhajiyas on rainy season, Samuji. If you can't eat bhajiyas and tea on a rainy season, when are you going to eat? Correct. Eh? So once a week do it. No? When it's good, nice rainy day, all right, do it. Not every day. I knew a guy, he threatened to be my student for some time. And before the Sunday morning class, once he called me, Samuji, today you have breakfast with me. I said, okay. Before coming to the class, I'll have breakfast with you, then we'll go to the class together. All right. And what is for breakfast? Tea, bhajiyas, this, that. I said, no, maja hai. Once in a way, it's fun. So I also ate up everything. So then his maid came to clear up. Sir, आज क्या स्पेशल ब्रेकफास्ट बनाया क्या? नहीं साहब जी, ये रोज का ब्रेकफास्ट ऐसे ही है. What are you doing? This is everyday breakfast. He fought with his girlfriend and broke up with her because she tried to correct his eating habits a bit. He preferred the bhajiya over the girlfriend. What does that show? Atma eva shatruvat vartate. Your mind itself is becoming your enemy. Yeah. I mean, a nice relationship, this, that, it can lead to marriage, fulfillment, this, that. No, bhajiyas are more. What do you tell this guy? I'm not joking. These are all real life examples. I know this guy. Shatruvat. Now, can you imagine if this guy want to be a yoga ruda? Is a long way to go, isn't it? From making your health your priority onwards, it starts. Simple discipline, health priority, etc. It has to start from there. Then mastery of the mind, this, that. If you are functioning according to your priorities, automatically your mind is mastered. If you are functioning according to only your desires, then you are running around like a headless chicken. Atma eva shatruvat. Can you see the difference that comes in? Can you see why I said Vyavasaya Atmika Buddhi is fixing up your priorities? Because automatically discipline, etc. will come into the picture. No? Yeah. Automatically it will come into the picture. Yeah. Because you are not just chasing your desires. Desires are important, of course they are important. They are important and you recognize what is behind them, that is even more important. And then you're picking up one of the desires through which you will achieve your priority. So it all can work very well. Spirituality is not about self-denial. Understand this is important. Spirituality is not about self-denial. It's Ananda all the way. So the joy of discipline, the joy of health, the joy of... it's joyful all the way. People need to start with making the difference between pleasure, joy, happiness, fulfillment. Where is a party tonight is just pleasure. When half the people you don't know anything. But dinner with friends, etc., can be more joyful, I think. Then what is long-term happiness? What's fulfillment? All the way. Once you learn this scale, then it's foolish to give up happiness for some pleasure, isn't it? That doesn't mean you can't have pleasure. If the pleasure is not opposed to your long-term happiness, enjoy it. No? But you don't lose yourself in the bargain. That's the idea. Like I said in the Friday class, no? This actor, Vidyut Jamawal, okay, very supremely fit person, a real life martial artist. Okay. He asked him, you must be having a very strict diet and exercise regime. He says, I eat everything. What is the point in being fit and healthy if you can't enjoy the good things in life? But in moderation. In moderation. Yeah. So it's not about denial. If you like it, you are not supposed to have it. I don't even look at sugar nowadays. What does the pure sugar do here? These are not things for you to be afraid of. These are things that make your life pleasant. So be pleasant. Focus on long term. Be pleasant also about things. That balance if you achieve, no? Life is great. All right. Now he's saying, what is the height of mastery then? Okay. What is the height of mastery? Jitatmanaha prashantasya paramatma samahitaha sitoshna sukha dukkheshu tatha manapamanayo. Jitatmanaha. Whom do you say Jitatmanaha? Paramatma samahitaha. He is in this knowledge only all the time. Who is that person? Prashantasya. You have a Prashant Mohan here, okay? So Prashantasya. Meaning you are Shantaha even in times of trouble. That's what Prashantaha means. Prakrashena Shantaha. Things are going wrong. Your mind is furious in thinking, physical body is active, but inside you are calm. Prashantaha. Prakrashena Shantaha. Okay? Okay. How? In what? He gives opposite conditions because it is the pairs of opposites that drag you apart. What is that? Shitoshna. Either it's very hot, very cold. Both disturb. Prashanta. Fan hai na? Both ho gaya. Okay. Sukha dukha. Joyful and miserable experiences will come your way. Na? Human life. Human life means Mishra Karma. Mishra Karma means Punya Papa, both you have done in your last lifetime. So this lifetime, last lifetimes, for this lifetime you have to enjoy good and bad, good, the bad, the ugly, all has to be enjoyed. Enjoyed, undergone. Okay. So sometimes it will be good, sometimes it will be a pain. You woke up, everything was fine. Then you wanted to take care of health, etc. You did some exercise, suddenly you have a catch in the back. Why should it happen to me? All my form was correct, everything was karma, prashanta. Be prashantaha there. It's karma catching up. Yeah, karma caught up with you or kya? I told you what happened to me in Sare Sati, na? I woke up from sleep with a ligament tear. 2 accidents in the previous week I have avoided by my alertness. So Shanishwara decided, I sending that bus driver etc. was not enough. I have to get him myself. So he got me in my sleep. I woke up with a ligament. And when the doctor made the diagnosis, I started laughing. Doctor said, I have not seen anybody laugh when I am doing a diagnosis of ligament tear. I said, no, this is karma catching up. I recognize that. That's why I am laughing. Not that I am enjoying the ligament tear. What is enjoyable about a ligament tear? Tell me what is enjoyable about it. Even you are fit and healthy, and why the hell should it happen? I am fit. Karma, Mishra karma. Therefore, you will have the good, bad, ugly coming at you. Chanta. Take it in your stride. Take it in your stride. Sitoshna sukha tatha mana avamana yoho. People will praise you. Oh, you are that. Yeah. And they people look at you and say, Hindutva, what type of a character is fanatic? Who be there? You find mana avamana yoho. So, have a sense of balance in all of them. Yeah. Let that criticism be like a mild mosquito bite. That much value only. Not a ligament tear. Okay. Mosquito bite. Take it as a mosquito bite. Yeah. I mean, you don't like it. Who likes criticism? Tell me. Invalid criticism, does anyone like? Valid criticism, sir, people find it difficult to like. Invalid criticism, who likes it? Mosquito bite. Okay, yaar. It is his opinion. I mean, India is a free country. People are welcome to have their opinion. I remember before the 1914 election, when Modi was taken as a BJP candidate, that Mani Shankar Iyer said it. There is no chance he'll become the Prime Minister of the country. For our AICC session, we can give him a chance to serve tea. He was that insulting. He didn't take it to heart. He didn't take it to heart. Why you have to take it to heart? What is there, what is not there, is not there. That is his opinion. This is his opinion. Where is that guy gone? We don't even know. We don't even hear about him in Indian politics. Yeah. To the dustbins of history. So, people whose criticisms are not valid, etc., will get dumped like that. Okay. So, don't worry about it. Mana, avamana. In all these situations, balance. People praise you. Yeah, people praise you. So one of the rickshaw drivers told me, last week I had gone to SAS college to make the arrangements for the Guru Purnima and this. So I was waiting for 10 minutes in a bus, there is no bus coming. I said, hey, the principal, I said, please come by 11 o'clock, I should not be late. Hopped into a rick and went. So the rickshaw driver said, साहू जी आप तो बड़ा विद्वान है ना? ऐसे नहीं, बड़ा विद्वान कुछ नहीं। नहीं, आपका वीडियो हम देखा है। ऐसे आपको अंग्रेजी सब आता है, थोड़ा थोड़ा आता है, लेकिन वीडियो देखे आपको पता लगा कि आप बड़ा विद्वान है। ऐसे थैंक यू। नाउ टेल मी हाउ मच इज दैट प्रेज रियली वैलिड? Tell me, how much is that praise valid? I mean, it is nice of him to say that. I have appreciated that part of it. But is it a valid praise? He doesn't understand enough of me. He doesn't understand enough of what I am saying. Why? First time people walk into my class, they don't understand. Educated people walk into my class, they don't understand. I know that. So how much will he understand? He won't understand. It was nice of him to say that. He was being nice. I thanked him for it. That's all. You can't let your praise. Oh, even rickshaw drivers know me. Have a balance of it. My Guru Bhai soon. Swamiji, we listen to your lectures. Hey, my lectures are for public, yaar. You guys have done the Bhashya, this, that. They are not meant for you. No, Swamiji, it helps us to, gear our classes for public, etc. Acha, theek hai. That's valid. Then it is valid. If you are learning something from that, I am happy. So some great names in Vedanta, popular names also come and told me that. I said, well, it's helping you, I am happy. But I am not going to tom it. That person listens to me. This guy listens to me. Reva de. Every guy who listens to you need not necessarily be your well-wisher, okay? Don't take yourself too seriously. That's the whole idea. Mana, apamana yoho. Why does it affect you? Because you are taking yourself too seriously. How can he criticize me like that? It's a free country, yaar. He can criticize. Don't we all sit down here and criticize political leaders? What experience do we have in politics? Tell me. You know how difficult it is to be a political leader? Oh my God, the amount of work they have to do. Good, bad, ugly, everything. It's in a country like India, oh my God, to be a political leader, the amount of work done has to be huge. You have no clue of the time, effort that they spent in it. I put it in one or two of my WhatsApp groups. The Indian Army is looking for direct recruitment into second star, 2-star generals. Why? Seeing all the opinion of the war effort, everyone has an opinion about it, every expert opinion. Do you know the difference between a rifle and a gun? Sam Manekshaw. Do you know the difference between a gorilla or a gorilla? Though sometimes both can look similar. But you have an expert opinion. So similarly, somebody has an opinion of who you are. की फर्क पैंदे तो पंजाब से ना ये फर्क पैंदे what difference does it make? Let them have ना सुख दुख के एक्सपीरियंस ना होता है. This is life. शीतोष्ण. After all, that's the weather. Weather is meant to change. If weather doesn't change, then what will happen? The good, the bad, the ugly, all comes in life. Do you have a sense of balance? Balance. We are not saying you should become like captains, like Chief Officer Spock from Star Trek. Unemotional. No. You have your emotions. Emotions are nice. Now people ask me, Samji, how do you go out at 12 o'clock in the afternoon? People go for moonlight walks. I go for noonlight walks. If a job has to be done, it has to be done. Who bothers what time it is? Couldn't you go earlier? Right? No, earlier I was doing other things. Later I have other things. Why are you letting weather affect you? Why are you letting anything affect you? Beyond a point. How much can you let the weather affect you? Whole Bombay is flooded out. You can't travel today. Let it affect you. Sit at home. Eat chai and pakoras. Why are you cribbing about it? Why are you dissing? As though your cribbing will stop the rain. If your cribbing stops the rain and you want it to stop, please crib. It's not going to make a difference. Why are you wasting your emotions and your energy on that. That's the idea. To gain a sense of perspective and self-mastery. Then with that mastered mind, when you are listening to Vedanta, things are so simple. Because traditional teaching will take care of that part of it. Mastering your mind, your hands. Teaching my hands, no problems. Yeah. Then you find things are fine. What do you do after that? Go and have a cup of tea or kya? Okay. Good place to stop. Okay. Om Tat Sat. So see you all tomorrow, those who are in town.
Thank you, Swamiji.